What does that do to the ceiling of this team?
I mean, we'll find out. We love seeing those guys, play confidently, make plays, shoot the ball, be aggressive, have a presence on defense. You look at a game like this where BP is just on fire in the first half, taking shots that he's stepping into, he knows he can make, and he's just, making his presence felt. JK was so decisive on both ends. When he had a lane, he took it to the basket. If he didn't, he was moving it. Open guy. So that's our offense. It's our whole team. Jamie's done a great job elevating our whole team, but I think he's instilled confidence in all those guys to just be themselves.
What were some things that you liked the most about this trip?
I mean, we got some wins. It was a rough start. Who we go 4-2? Obviously rough start. The first two, close out the rest of these games. I think we got better each game, and took advantage of opportunities to give ourselves a good chance down the stretch to. I don't know how far we can climb, but just to, we just want to guarantee a playoff series, and we got work to do, but we're in good shape.
When you take into account his effort defensively and then also what he did on offense, passing the ball, scoring, obviously, was this the best game you've ever seen JK play?
I think we need to kind of just let this guy play basketball. We don't have to have a declaration after every game. We don't have to be in a situation where we're judging every minute he's out there. I understand he's the next in line to, come into his own as an NBA player. But, God, I wish my fourth year it was the greatest game ever. It was a bad game ever. How was his rotation? Like, he's figuring it out. If we're going to win at the highest level, he has to be a part of it. So keep doing what he's doing.
Steph, sorry if this was asked earlier. You saw you took a spill and you were grabbing your tailbone. How does it feel? Obviously, you were able to finish.
Yeah, the pad helped. I slid across and it got exposed a little bit, but I was able to finish, and I don't think it'll be a problem. It's just the question of how long I need to wear that thing. It'll be pretty much the rest of the year.
Steph, one of your favorite things this time of year is to say, you always like to say, you just want a chance. You guys just want to be involved in the playoffs and just have a chance to go get your fifth ring. With Jimmy, with the way the young guys like Kuminga and Brandon's playing, mentality-wise, the starter franchise player, how do you feel like your chances are this year to try to get that fifth ring?
Step one is get a playoff series. Step two is to try to win 4 games and then figure it out from there. So where we were 2 months ago, 11th seed, and really struggling to find an identity, that's where that kind of comment comes out, because, the way that we're playing right now is reflective of what Jimmy's brought to us, but to the question of, BP, Moses, JK, Looney, Gee, Buddy, everybody, QP who's in the rotation and really helping us. All those guys are understanding what winning basketball is and how it doesn't matter what it looks like, just compete, have confidence when you're out there on the floor. And I think we've understood with a shorter rotation and more consistent rotation that we, how the pieces fit. So it's, again, a lot of work to do, but I like where we're at right now.
Hey, Steph, after the trade went down, besides just relying on your guys' talent, what do you think you and Jimmy did to make the chemistry as good as it can be?
I wish I had something sexier to tell you other than we just play basketball. It wasn't really hard. The styles are very complementary. It's interesting. You learn somebody who you watched from afar, played against for a long time. You understand why they've won and how they've elevated teams everywhere they've been. It doesn't matter what the stat sheet looks like. He's, such a connector and has an amazing presence on both ends of the floor, makes the right play. And the vibe of what our team is right now is not what he's done, not only what he's done for me, Draymond, in terms of, superstar doing what he does, but he's elevated everybody else, and that's a big deal.
Steph, what's one thing that you've kind of learned since being teammates with Jimmy, and also whether it's on or off the court, and then also how have you seen him affect the identity of the team, as you kind of mentioned?
I know he's had a wild year, how it started and where it is now, but when he's, as he said, got his joy, and when he's playing motivated basketball, he's
discussed JK's defense as well as other things as the Warriors get the big win. Here's Draymond Green.
What's that version of Kuminga do for y'all?
Takes his team to another level. He was so patient, let the game come to him. He got going a little bit getting downhill as soon as he got in there, but I thought the biggest play he made was when he got it in the middle of the paint and kicked it out to Moses. That just shows growth. He can take that shot. He can make that shot. And he does often. But to go in there, not take that shot and have the shot, but kick it out for an even better shot and get someone else going, that's what stars do. So it's just good to see that next level of growth from him. And, we need him to continue playing the way he played tonight. Every night's not going to look the same for him. That's just the way this league works when an offense isn't built around you. But if he plays we always need him getting downhill, and him playing with the patience that he played with tonight was huge.
On the other side, Dre, what do you think about the way he took on the challenge of guarding Luka?
Luka, LeBron, everybody he got on. Austin Reeves at times. He was asking for those matchups. It says a lot. We challenged him in private. We challenged him publicly to step up on the defensive end, and he did that. He was great offensively, but he was even better defensively.
Hey, Draymond, your big play on Luka late in the game, what was key in pulling off the steal?
But Jimmy did a great job of staying in front of him, forcing him into a tough situation, and he drove him right down to me. Only pass he really got is to my guy in the dunker, and that guy got to either shoot a floater or got to go through my chest to get the layup. So I felt comfortable enough to go for it. He put the ball out there, and at worst, I'm going to foul him, but he ain't getting the and one, and it's 2 free throws. So just taking advantage of an opportunity to make a play.
Did you have any idea that it looked like Jimmy was playing hurt with something wrong with his left forearm?
Yeah, I think it happened when he fell with Rui on that play. But Jimmy's tough as hell. And, we needed him to come back in to close that game out. He came back, and he was exactly who he's been.
He's a dog. And that point of it, it can look a lot of different ways from game to game. I mean, it's just a matter of what it takes to win. And I think he's so comfortable in that space. And it's been fun, just trying to figure it out on the fly. This is, the trade just increases the sense of urgency. And, it also has been great watching, just the chemistry off the court. And we're all so